Hey, what's up, Solar family? It's James here, founder of Solar University. Hopefully you're doing amazing. Before I dive into the video, if you haven't scheduled your solar strategy call yet, make sure you do that, especially if you're new in the industry or you want to get in the industry. Make sure you book your solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up server around this video. In this video, I want to go over the learning pyramid, right? Especially if you're just starting out, because your sales manager probably gave you a sales script and he said, hey, James, go ahead and memorize this. And that's the best way you're gonna learn our sales pitch. So what I want to do is I want to break down the learning pyramid, right? Because traditional solar companies, what they do is they focus on the top 4 learning pyramids here, but as you can see here in a second, it's not the most effective way for you to actually learn the sales script and for you to be a effective sales closer, right? And this is all based on the National Training Laboratories out in Maine. They're the one that created this statistics, right? Because they analyze how much information can you retain based on these things, right? So the first thing is lectures, right? So you can only retain 5% of the information via lectures, meaning that maybe you go to your sales training and there's 10 or 15 other solar consultants there, and there's one person presenting the information to you, right? They're standing up there and they're explaining to you, you should do this, you should do that, build rapport or whatnot. They're teaching you the sales strategy, but it's a lecture type of setting, right? And you can see you can only learn 5% or retain 5% of the information, and you only retain 10% if you read the information. So basically what your sales organization is going to do is they're going to give you a script, right? They're going to kind of explain to you really quickly what the script's all about, how the script flows, and then they're going to give you the script and they're going to expect you to read it, right? Read it and learn it. And as you can see, you can only retain 10% of that information. And also audio, right? Audio is only 20%. It's definitely better than just reading it, but also listening to the information, you're gonna retain about 20%. Demonstration, right? So if they're role playing or whatnot, say for example, your sales manager and they pick someone out of the audience to role play, as you can see, you're gonna retain about 30% of that information. And this is all passive, right? Passive ways of learning, from lectures to reading, to audio, to demonstration, right? That's more passive. But the best way to actually retain the information are these 3 ways, right? Which is group discussion. As you can see, group discussion, you're gonna retain 50% of the information, meaning that maybe you bunched up in maybe 2 or 3 people in one group and you guys discuss the information, right? Discuss the script. As you can see, you're gonna retain 50% of the information. Practice by doing, you can retain 75% of the information, right? So meaning that you're actually doing it. You're pitching the pitch, right? So basically you're role playing, maybe with your sales manager, maybe with a colleague. This is really, really important, right? Because a lot of times how solar companies are set up, they don't necessarily train you too much, right? They give you a quick training, maybe a 2-3 hour training at Starbucks like I did. And then from there, they give you the sales script and off you go, right? There's really no back and forth banter. There's really no role playing. You'll be lucky to role play maybe once or twice, right? As you can see, it's really important for you to actually practice by doing, because you're gonna retain 75% of that information. And more importantly, teaching others, right? So as you're retaining information, as you're role playing, you're actually teaching other people the methods, the methodologies, right? So these are the areas where we actually focus on in our Solar University, right? Because we understand that you need to have group discussions, you need to be able to practice with one another, you need to be able to role play. And the great thing is, as our guys and gals are role playing every single day, I'm critiquing them, right? And my coaches are critiquing them as well, because that's 20 years of experience that's actually watching you, listening to your tonality, looking at your body movement, your body language, things of that nature that can expedite and really help you learn the sales process. And lastly, teaching others. So I always call out on a student to ask him or her to teach a certain part of the modules, right? So whether that's, rapport building or teeing up a conversation or, killing the bill or discovery, whatever that is, because I know if I can have my students actually teach the information, they're actually retaining a lot more information, right? So again, that's why it's super important for you to understand that, yeah, it's great, to get some of the information, to do some lectures and, to read the script and maybe, listen to some audio and also do some demonstrations or watch demonstrations. But the best way for you to really sharpen your sword so you can deliver the best information to the homeowner, because keep in mind that this is a high ticket sale, right? You're selling something for $20 to $30 to even $40,000, and you probably hear my kids are screaming and yelling because we are stuck in a quarantine right now. But the best way to do so, the best way to really excel your sales pitch are these three things, right? Group discussion, practice by doing, and teaching others. So hopefully that made sense, right? Because I want you to excel in your career. I want you to close deals. And unfortunately, solar companies aren't taking the time to teach you the right way. And that's why we're here to help you. So if you want to dive in deeper, you want to refine your sales presentation, you want to sharpen up your sales skills, make sure you book your solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up server on this video. And before you take off, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And click the like button so this video gets shared to all our solar family. Other than that, have an amazing day. Peace.